illegal trouble, I should say. Um, I'll go online and show you different types of equipment that you can use that doesn't cost that much. Because believe it or not, you don't need much to really do an investigation. Yeah, there are some pretty sophisticated tools out there to use, pretty expensive. Those are really, for people that really want to dive deep into it. But in general, if you want to do your own investigation as a hobby, it doesn't take much to do that at all. All you really need is a couple of things of equipment, and you're good to go. You don't even need a power source, plug it in anything or anything like that to run wires and all that. You don't need to do any of that. But we'll get into that. Um, uh, and if we have time, maybe we'll do some more gameplay of Severance. As it was providing my PC does not crash on me. My last stream, I was in the middle of streaming and it completely crashed. It even shut off this time around. So, needless to say, um, I'll be streaming it as long as I can until this thing completely gives out on me, which is apparently not too far away, unfortunately. So, all right. So, with that being said, I'm gonna pull up something real quick. Some people that I have been playing with recently did not realize that an EMF meter has an actual name. Um, and it's not an EMF meter. A lot of people know it by that, but it's actually called a K2 meter. And right here, a K2 meter, also known as a K2 EMF meter, was originally developed for electricians and engineers and home inspections to locate and measure electromagnetic fields generated by wiring appliances or power sources. The newer model, um, which I believe it was invented um, by one of the members of the paranormal hit sci-fi show Ghost Hunters when it was earlier in its infancy. There was a K1 meter, and then there was a K2 meter. There's really no difference between the two. The only difference there was the on and off button. The K1 meter, you would have to hold the on button down with your thumb to keep it active and to be used. Um, the K2 meter, the updated version of that, had just a same button, but instead of having to keep your thumb on it, it was just a regular on and off push down switch. Um, that would it helped get to eliminate false readings because when you hold on the original model, when you held it down with your thumb, you would get fatigue after a while of holding it down, and it was very easy to release a little bit of pressure on that switch. And by doing so, you would float in between turning the device on and keeping it off. Now, with these devices, with both versions, the older one and the newer one, when you turn it on, it does a quick cycle and it tests all your lights and all that stuff. And so you'll see them light all the way up to red. Um, it goes green, like a bluish green to yellow to orange to red. Um, it would light all those up, and it would make it look like a EMF 5 hit. Um, so they decided, well, they got to do something about that because a lot of false readings were coming through, and people were saying, "Oh, there's something here because it's I'm getting abnormalities on this hit. It shouldn't be here." And for some reason now it keeps fluttering up and down, uh, and it's very all over the place. It's not there's no specific pattern to it. It'd be a little bit here, and then it'll go away for a few minutes and come right back, and then it'll go away, as opposed to it being completely dead in there. So they revised it and they made a switch so that that switch portion of it, you don't have to hold it down and get fatigue on holding it down and causing that and eliminating that. Now, a lot of people that hang out, that know me and that know my channel and everything like that, they're already into ghost hunting. They know what an EMF is, but for those that do not know, an EMF is basically an electromagnetic field. Um, this particular um, piece of equipment was used for many years by electricians and stuff like that to locate electromagnetic fields. Um, but the common belief in the paranormal side of the EMF world is that entities or spirits, whichever you may want to call them, some people call them ghosts. I call them entities because they haven't been identified until you do more investigation, but that's another story in its own. But uh, EMF uh, fields, you go through, you do a baseline, and a baseline is you go through with the EMF and you keep it, you watch what it does. You do the perimeter, you walk in the corners, you go everywhere with it and get a baseline. So let's say you go to the closet in the main bedroom, and for whatever reason, there's one, the first light is lit up on that EMF, and it doesn't go away. It stays on, and then the other areas there's a one as well. So your baseline is okay. This is one. This is one. So you go and you say, okay, remember this. This was lit up here at the one and stuff like that. That's your baseline. Later on, if you go into that closet that had a one and you asked questions, now that is the reason why they use EMF is they can relate that EMF with questions. Some people use it to track down entities, the location and everything like that. I don't prefer to do that because you're going to be chasing literally a ghost. Um, I'd rather the entity or something come to you and answer your questions through this device. I and personally think it's more convincing, um, that you have something there. So you use questions in that closet that only had one, and let's say you start asking questions and it's still sitting at one, but then all of a sudden you're asking. Okay, sorry about that. But when there's no music or anything playing, hold on a second. Let me try to do something real quick. Uh, I want to try something real quick here, so give me just a moment. Yada yada yada. Yeah, okay. Um, Give me just a moment. I am trying to find something that I can have a little bit of background music playing. Um, excuse me. Um, what? Bullshit. Excuse me. Okay, that's weird. Don't know why that is doing that.